I dare say that it's a tall mountain the new government is climbing.
There's a lot to do.
So there's plenty on the plate, as they say.
A lot to do.
All right, to our next story. You know, with barely 48 hours at the helm, President Bola Tinubu waded into a protracted, squabble between the Department of State Services, DSS, and the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, over a property at 15A Awolowo Road, Ikoyi, Lagos here. Now, operatives of the DSS had barricaded the entrance to the EFCC office, which provoked the staffers of the anti-graft agency. Now, the DSS had issued a statement denying the development, claiming it was only occupying its own facility. Now, Tinubu's spokesman, Tunde Rahman, reacted that the DSS should immediately vacate the EFCC's facility, promising that any outstanding issues should be restored amicably. To think that both departments had been neighbors for many years, Dotto.
Well, it's not strange, but what people found amazing, including myself, was that this happened immediately after another government took over. Because it's been there all this rivalry.
More like saying they were waiting for a changeover?
Well, they claim that there is now a court ruling that the property belongs to the DSS. But if there is, we all know there are processes. It's not by sending armed men there. The courts, bailiffs will go there,
the DSS
paste papers.
Since the NSO day.
Yes, that's what they have said. It's fine. But the lesson to learn here for me is that our security agencies must learn to work together. If you read a lot of the stories where there are breakthroughs in terms of crime and criminality in the US, you will find at the bottom of every statement issued by the Department of Justice, thanks to working cooperation between the Drug Enforcement Agency, you find the FBI there, you find the CIA, you find the different police departments mentioned, all of them collaborating to work together on cases. And you can't find that sort of cooperation failing. It doesn't, really. The DSS, when former EFCC chairman Ibrahim Magu was to be confirmed, opposed it completely because of this rivalry. If you ask the Nigerian police, they will tell you they don't see the need for the Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps. They will also tell you that the one that is coming now, which is one of the reasons why it has not been approved, the Peace Corps of Nigeria, is also not needed because there's always this rivalry. From the police, we've had so many arms of our security agencies breaking out. So it's becoming like a kind of, we want to safeguard our territory.
Yeah.
But what is important to Nigerians is not safeguarding your territory. It is about safeguarding Nigeria and Nigerians. You don't need all this rivalry. What you need is cooperation. The DSS and the EFCC should be able to work together on crime cases. If there is something that goes beyond the capacity of the EFCC, you should be able to call in the DSS, the Nigerian Army, and they work for help, and they work together.
Jide Dotun is talking about interagency cooperation, which should go without saying in this country. But over time, we've had this rivalry, and needlessly.
Yes, this is a different strain of rivalry because this one is an attempt by DSS gripped by nostalgia to restore to itself what originally belonged to it, because we are talking about NSO. Many of the people watching us today
don't even know what NSO is.
At a point, we had something like NSO.
Yeah.
We had Rafin Dadi, and the rest of them who were disgraced the moment.
In the Babangida years.
Remember, Babangida took over.
Yeah.
they put them to shame, showed Nigerians how they were serving people food in potties. You know, potties that children used to poo-poo.
Yeah.
You are serving Nigerians in your custody food inside potties. What local Yoruba women will call po. You know, po.
I know.
They were putting
Ipo, yeah.
po. Because some of them
Ipo.
watching may not even know what we are talking about.
It's
You
spelled
can imagine serving people food in po.
Wow.
It was that bad, and Reverend Daddy himself was splash his picture on newspaper front pages. I remember that, very well that time. You know, frankly, I do not disagree with them that that facility used to be their own. But the fact remains that you had cohabited for years, 20 years and counting. The EFCC, which came into being during Obasanjo's,
I think in 2003
or so.
Yeah.
You know, they've been using that place for long. And even if you got a court order affirming that that property belongs to you, you have no reason to forcibly take control of it in the manner that they try to do, to the point that even shots were fired. I mean, it's not right.
Not necessary.
It's not right. In the crossfire, somebody could be killed. How are you going to explain that between two agencies of government there was an attempt to take over property and then shots were fired and people died? No, it's just not right. And the EFCC, you know, the EFCC played the victim very well. You know, by, of course, people who are very good in media trial, how would they not know how to play the victim? They said, look, we had suspects in our custody. And exhibits as well. And then this happened. We had court cases to this thing to honor.
Yeah.
Court dates to honor, disrupted. We had detainees who needed to be given attention. Who are not given attention as a result of the disruption and all that. Yeah. And I was reading and said, now, wow. So, but just as we said yesterday, a government, a responsible government, will wade in immediately and not allow things to degenerate. And President Tinubu literally drew a line in the sand that, look, this sort of thing may have been happening, but I will not tolerate it. If you have issues, you can report the issues to me. I can resolve this. It's not to take the law into your hands and attempt to forcibly take control of a facility the way of moneyless do.
Yeah.
You know? Or some people...
And for that matter, attract undue attention.
Also, the way some landlords used to do when we were in the north, they will remove your roof. If they've given you a quick notice and you are reluctant to go, you just see that carpenter is working on your roof. They are removing your roof. The next thing, your window.
And you have no choice.
And if you still would not leave, you will get some visitors. I don't want to describe those visitors because people will fight me. They will go and bring those visitors from somewhere. Those visitors are people kept far away from town. They will go and bring them. They will be using that house with you. You want to open a tap, one of them will be dragging the tap with you. You want to, you know the people that I'm talking about, they will be dragging the tap with you. I swear, that is usually the last resort. You cannot stand those visitors
at that point,
for one day. That's if they
when
don't even remove the door.
When all left for, no, they will remove your door. But if you are still stubborn, you are headstrong, you want to show pig-headedness, you want to remain, those visitors will come.
Yes.
When those visitors, who are usually kept far away from town, when they come and they are dragging your tap with you.
Then
You have your pot of soup. One of them goes there to take your pot of soup.
Then the music.
Behaving like the house belongs to both of you. Honestly, if I've seen it happen,
You leave.
that same day, nobody will tell you when you pack out of the house. Maybe the DSS was even planning to unleash such people.
Who knows?
Before Tinubu stepped in.
But look at the DSS, supposed to be undercover, the same as the EFCC.
Even in the case of the DSS, it's worse. Because
it's a crime shame that in 2023 this is happening to us.
A lot of us see them as the intelligence arm of the security agencies. That's why the fact that you have the DMI.
Yeah.
But that's the way we see them. That they are the most sophisticated.
Yeah.
There is nowhere they can't break into, and there is no breakthrough that they can't achieve. So if you behave this way, then we begin to question it. It's going to damage your image. No matter the reason you had for this. It was said in the statement, the best that would have happened was for the president to be called to intervene.
Okay. No, he's done that.
And which is what they should have done.
It's all permanently.
Permanent.
All right.
If you are going to give them a new building, give them a new building. As I said yesterday, the EFCC has a sumptuous headquarters in Abuja. Beautiful, modern building.
Yeah.
Lagos is the hub of the work that they do. If you want this thing to end, you can build them a new facility. After all, what the DSS is fighting over is an old
building that the colonialists left behind.
Give them a modern building and let this controversy end.
Okay. Reason will prevail.